Every night, when the moon rose over the village of Kwenu, Amara walked into the forest. Alone. She did not carry a torch. She did not call for company. She simply stood from her mat, wrapped her cloth around her waist, and disappeared into the darkness. No one knew why. The first person to notice was old Mama Kudi, who never slept well. She saw Amara's shadow moving past her window. Once. Twice. 3 nights in a row. Mama Kudi told her daughter. Her daughter told the market women. The market women told everyone. Before we continue, kindly let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. Soon, the whole village was whispering. Why does she go into the forest at night? What is she looking for? Who is she meeting? But Amara never answered. She never explained. She just kept walking. In Kwenu, no one went into the forest after dark. The forest was where the spirits lived, where the ancestors watched, where the old gods still remembered their names. Children were warned from birth, do not enter the forest at night. The trees have eyes. The shadows have teeth. But Amara went anyway. And she always came back before dawn. Her wrapper was always clean. Her feet were never muddy. Her face showed no fear. It was as if the forest did not touch her. As if the darkness knew her name. This frightened the villagers more than anything else. The women gathered at the village square every morning to fetch water. They talked in low voices. But everyone could hear. She must be meeting a man, one woman said. No man would meet her in that evil place, another replied. Then she is meeting something else. The younger girls giggled nervously. The older women shook their heads. I heard her mother died in that forest, someone whispered. I heard she herself should have died there, another added. The men sat under the iroko tree and smoked their pipes. They did not gossip like the women. But they listened. And they worried. One of the elders, Namdi, finally spoke. If she continues, the spirits will be angry. They will punish all of us, not just her. The other men nodded. But no one stopped Amara. Not yet. Amara was 24 years old. She lived alone in a small hut at the edge of the village. Her parents were dead. Her brothers had moved to the city. She had no husband. No children. She farmed a small piece of land. She sold vegetables at the market. She spoke to no one unless she had to. People said she was proud. Others said she was cursed. Her eyes were too calm. Her silence was too deep. When she walked through the village, children stopped playing. Women stopped talking. Men looked away. She was beautiful, yes. But her beauty felt dangerous. Like a flower that grows on a grave. No one wanted to stand too close. On the 7th night, the elders gathered in Chief Okofor's compound. There were 5 of them. Chief Okofor, the oldest and wisest. Namdi, the strongest and most respected. Udoka, the priest of the village shrine. Mama Nena, the eldest woman and keeper of traditions. And Papa Chidi, the herbalist who knew the language of plants and spirits. They sat in a circle. A small fire burned between them. This cannot continue, Chief Okofor said. The girl is bringing shame to our village. Shame. Mama Nena shook her head. It is not shame I fear. It is what she is waking up in that forest. Udoka, the priest, nodded slowly. I have thrown the divination bones 3 times. Each time, they show the same thing. Danger. A door that should not be opened. A debt that must be paid. What kind of debt? Namdi asked. Udoka did not answer. Papa Chidi leaned forward. His voice was quiet, but heavy. I knew her mother. She also went into the forest. Once. 25 years ago. She came back pregnant. The circle fell silent. With Amara, Mama Nena whispered. Udoka closed his eyes. Then the girl is not walking into the forest, he said slowly. She is walking back to where she came from. The next morning, Mama Nena went to Amara's hut. She found Amara grinding pepper outside. The sun was bright. Everything looked normal. But Mama Nena knew better. "My daughter," she said gently, "I have come to speak with you." Amara did not look up. "I am listening, Mama." Mama Nena sat on a low stool. "People are talking. The elders are worried. They say you go into the forest every night." Amara's hands kept moving. Grinding. Grinding. "They are right," she said simply. Mama Nena's heart sank. "Child, do you not know what lives in that forest? Do you not fear the spirits?" Amara finally looked up. Her eyes were calm. "Too calm. I do not fear them, Mama. They are my family." Mama Nena stood up quickly. Her stool fell backward. "What did you say?" But Amara returned to her grinding. "Tell the elders not to follow me. Tell them to stay in their homes. What I do in the forest is not their business. Everything that happens in this village is our business." Mama Nena's voice shook. Amara smiled. It was a sad smile. "Then tell them this, Mama. If they follow me, they will see things they are not ready to see. Things that will break their sleep forever." Mama Nena backed away. She did not run. But she walked very, very fast. That same afternoon, 3 children were playing near the forest edge. They were not supposed to be there. But children never listen. They were chasing a goat that had wandered off. Suddenly, the smallest child, a boy named Ibuka, stopped. "Do you hear that?" he whispered. The other 2 stopped. They listened. From deep inside the forest came a sound. Not the sound of animals. Not the sound of wind. It was singing. A woman's voice. Soft and strange. The melody had no words. But it made the children feel cold. "Is that Amara?" one of the girls asked. "It is still daytime," Ibuka said. "She only goes at night." But the voice continued. "Closer now." The children ran. They did not stop until they reached the village square. They told their parents. Their parents told the elders. And the elders knew. Something had changed. That night, the elders met again. "She sang in the daytime," Mama Nena said. "The boundary is breaking." "What boundary?" Namdi asked. Udoka spoke. "The boundary between her world and ours. Between the living and the dead. Between what is seen and what is hidden." Chief Okofor stood. "Then we must follow her tonight. We must see what she does. We must know the truth." "She warned us not to," Mama Nena said. "I do not take warnings from a girl who speaks to spirits," Chief Okofor replied. Namdi stood as well. "I will go with you." One by one, they all agreed. Udoka, Mama Nena, Papa Chidi. All 5 elders would follow Amara into the forest. They would learn the truth. Or they would die trying. The moon rose full and white. The village was silent. Amara stepped out of her hut. She wore a white wrapper. Her hair was loose. Her feet were bare. She did not look left or right. She walked toward the forest. Behind her, hidden in the shadows, the 5 elders followed. Chief Okofor carried a machete. Namdi carried a staff. Udoka carried his divination bag. Mama Nena carried a torch, though she did not light it yet. Papa Chidi carried nothing but his knowledge. They moved quietly. Amara did not turn around. She walked into the forest. And the elders followed her into the darkness. The forest was alive. Not with animals. With presence. The air was thick. The trees leaned inward. The ground seemed to breathe. Amara walked without hesitation. Her white wrapper glowed in the moonlight. The elders struggled to keep up. Branches scratched their arms. Roots stripped their feet. But Amara moved as if the forest opened for her. After what felt like an hour, she stopped. The elders hid behind the trees. They watched. Amara stood in a clearing. In the center of the clearing was a stone. A large, flat stone, carved with symbols no one in the village remembered. Amara knelt before the stone. She placed her hands on it, and she began to sing. The song had no words, but it had power. The elders felt it in their bones. The wind stopped. The insects went silent. Even the moon seemed to listen. And then, the stone began to glow. A soft, green light. It pulsed like a heartbeat. Mama Nena gasped. Namdi gripped his staff tighter. Chief Okofor whispered a prayer. Amara's voice grew louder. And from the stone, something began to rise. What is rising from that stone? Why does Amara return every night? And what will the elders do when they see the truth? The forest keeps its secrets well. But tonight, those secrets will be revealed. Stay with me, my friends. The story has only just begun. If you want to know what happens next, stay tuned for part 2. The mystery deepens. The truth draws closer. And the elders will wish they had stayed home.